Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Wrestling Prime. I am your host, Tom Dog, and I am glad for everybody for allowing me to be here in your homes here this evening. And it's Saturday, it's the last Saturday of the month, and we're going to get right into it and everything like we always do. Um, Before we do that, I just want to do a quick apology. I did not do a um I didn't mention on my show Thursday that I was supposed to be doing a show here, Wrestling Prime here uh for tonight. The reason being is because I ended the show a lot differently than what I was than what I was than what I normally do. Um because I was paying respects to uh Jerry Jerry Springer, who passed away. I'm going to bring it up a little bit more here because I brought up on Thursday's Channel X show um, about some of the stuff that he did here in WWE, and so yeah, um, in the for the WWE network. So so yeah, it's going to be um, so yeah, it's a little fun fact. So I mean, he's not a wrestler or anything like that, but since he was on a WWE production, it's best note best noted to be talking about it here. Um, and also when I did the playback, um, when I watched the replay, um, I I should have put that during at the beginning of the show, my monologue and everything like that. Um, so yeah, I just completely forgot. So yeah, I apologize. So yeah, um, so that was a little mistake. But I did um post it on social media, so hopefully you get to watch it, and we'll see what happens. Um, so yeah, um, let's do the plugs that I always do. Uh, every time I do the Wrestling Prime, and that is the show is brought to you by M&J Video Games and Collectibles. You have wrestling collectibles, anything wrestling related, um, some wrestling collectibles that you want to part ways with, any autographed wrestling memorabilia that you want to get rid of, as well too, as well as some like some championship belts and um, autographed pictures as well too. Um, Also some WWE, some wrestling pop vinyls as well. Um, Definitely worth checking out if you happen to be in the Connecticut, not only in Connecticut but in Southington as well too. So big shout out to our sponsor at M&J Video Games, the Collectibles, and list of events that they got going on. And you want to know where their store is at, be sure to check out their website over at mjvideogames.com. So, so yeah, we got a pretty interesting show here. Um, a pretty interesting show here this evening. Um, and we're going to try to go as quickly as possible because, um, it's shorter. The show is a lot shorter than the Channel X episodes that you're familiar with and everything. So yeah, it's one of those things. But we're going to rush right into it. Um, so yeah, this is going to be a relatively short episode. I didn't watch it. I didn't really catch up on my on any AEW, so I'm not going to do any AEW news here tonight. However, we will mention that one AEW wrestler is going to be featured on a new series that's going to be coming out to Peacock um, sometime this year. The name of the show, for all you video game fans out there, is Twisted Metal. And I was surprised to find out that the person is actually going to be playing a major character in is going to be playing a major character um, on the series. Um, Anybody who's familiar with Twisted Metal, the video game, knows that it's basically you're just driving around in your character's vehicle, blast up all the other rival video game and all your all the rival um cars and everything like that, and it's a lot of fun. The game is a lot of fun, and definitely worth checking out if you haven't played it. It's definitely a must play, and it's a PlayStation staple. So um so yeah, definitely worth checking out, and I strongly suggest that you do. And one of the major characters happens to be one of my favorite characters, a Sweet Tooth, and he's going to be played by one of my favorite wrestlers, Samoa Joe. He's going to be playing Sweet Tooth. However, the bad news is he's not going to be the person that's going to be voicing Sweet Tooth is none other than Will Arnett. So yeah, Will Arnett's providing the voice for Sweet Tooth, um, while Samoa Joe is going to be playing the body. So there's going to be some two roles there, and of course Anthony Mackie is going to be in the show too, that you saw in the teaser trailer as well. So it's going to be very so yeah, it's going to be pretty amazing and everything. So we don't know what other characters are going to be in the show. I'm pretty sure, I'm sure Calypso is going to be in there because he runs the whole thing. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen with this. But the trailer definitely looks really good, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Sweet Tooth on the small screen there. So yeah, but yeah, but like I said, Samoa Joe is going to be playing Sweet Tooth, and Will Arnett's going to be voicing him. So yeah, so that's the only major news I have for AEW. Now on to WWE news. Uh, so WWE recently, uh, Triple H unveiled WWE's new championship belt, which is a World Heavyweight Championship, and it's going to be a staple for Monday Night Raw because we're going to get into this, and it's very complicated too. But the belt itself, the World Heavyweight belt, looks amazing. It really does look amazing. It looks really nice. Has a nice finish to it and everything. It doesn't look like the boxy look, like the boxy look that Roman Reigns still has, um, with the WWE Championship and with the Universal, with the undisputed Universal Championship. So yeah, that's undisputed Universal undisputed heavyweight champion, I think. Oh well, but yeah, he holds 2 belts. You know what I'm talking about. Um, it's complicated, but I never really liked that particular design. Because the origin of that belt was of those belts were made by the guys over at um, Orange County Choppers. Everybody knows that show is from the Discovery show American Chopper back in the day. So yeah, they're still in business and everything. So it was really nice seeing them made in Orange County, New York. So yeah, um, they're still in business and everything, and so that's pretty cool. But I would like to know who designed the way they designed the world heavyweight championship has a nice reminiscent to the old WCW world heavyweight championship back in the day. Um, before it made the transition to WWE back when WWE bought WCW back in 2001. So yeah, um, that belt looks amazing, but the belt looks a little bit amazing. Has the nice uh world heavyweight championship design, which is beautiful, and just with a big WWE logo on the front of it. So it looks really clean. I like it. And a lot of people don't there are some people who don't like it. And you know, I mean, a lot of people do want to see the wing Eagle belt, and I'm pretty sure that's going to come around sometime soon once Cody Rhodes wins the championship, because they already made a custom belt for him when he does win the world championship. So maybe they're hinting on something, and we'll love to see that, because the winged Eagle belt is actually the most popular one. Not to mention, this new belt commemorates the 60 years of the WWE Championship belt. So yeah, it's a really big deal. But nonetheless, the belt really does look very nice, and I like it. And so yeah, hopefully we'll and since it's going to be on Raw, they're going to be crowning a new they're going to be crowning a champion um at from what I understand, they're going to be crowning that at Clash of Champion, not Night of Champions or something like that. So, um, which I think is coming up. I think in June. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm really looking forward to that. Um, but Backlash is going to be, from what I understand, Backlash is going to be coming next week. So that's going to be cool. Um, so I'm going to watch that. I'm not going to give out any reviews or anything like that. So sorry. It's a once a month show, unless we do the big four. So then it's 2 shows. So anywho, so yeah, the belt looks nice. I like it. And the fans will get used to it and everything. So we shall see. Um, but leave your comments down below. What do you think of the world the world championship belt? So let us know what you have to say about that. So all right. So um, Friday night SmackDown happened the other night, which was a really special one, because they started the WWE Draft. They're doing that again, and I guess they're doing the brand split again, which I think it's a lot better. So um, yeah, they brought up some names, and they also did drop some names here too on the SmackDown Lowdown earlier today. So yeah, we're gonna get right into it, and this list is relatively short. They did 4 rounds with 4 wrestlers each, two for Raw, 2 for SmackDown, and as well as some groups and factions. Excuse me. So round one for SmackDown went for SmackDown for so the bracket for round one, the for SmackDown, it is the undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa and Paul Heyman of the Bloodline. They're going to be going to going to SmackDown. And the Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair was also the first round pick to go over to SmackDown, which is kind of unusual because she's the Raw Women's Champion, and she's going to go. So I don't know if they're going to switch belts between that. Bianca's going to get the the SmackDown Championship, and Rhea Ripley is going to get the Raw belt if she goes to Raw. So we shall see what happens there. Unless they're going to unify the belts, that's another possibility. So, round one for Monday Night Raw is going to be Cody Rhodes. He's going to be staying on. He's going to go on Raw, and as well as Becky Lynch. She was also a first round draft pick. So yeah, so that's it for round one. So that's going to be really cool and everything. So, and I'll give out my predictions later. I think we'll say my predictions on after I do the after I run down the list here. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Round two for SmackDown. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins of the Street Profits is going to SmackDown, and Edge is going to be going to SmackDown as well. For Monday Night Raw, the Intercontinental Champion Gunther, Ludwig Kaiser, and Giovanni Vinci of Imperium are going to Monday Night Raw, as well as Matt Riddle, who is going to be staying on Raw. Round three for SmackDown. On the SmackDown side, Bobby Lashley, and also joining SmackDown will be AJ Styles, Michin, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson, the OC. And for Raw, they're going to have Drew McIntyre, and The Miz is going to be staying on Raw. And round four, we're going to for SmackDown, Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky for Damage Control. And SmackDown is going to incorporate the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. So that is really cool. Shinsuke Nakamura is going to be going over to Raw. And also joining Raw is the NXT Women's Champion, Indy Hartwell. So that's going to be pretty cool. So, and just announced earlier today on the SmackDown Lowdown, the Viking joining Raw is the Viking Raiders, which is Eric, Ivar, and Valhalla. Dexter Loomis and Candice LeRae, Dexter Loomis, Candice LeRae, Mace, and Mansoor, and Maxine Dupree of the Maximum Male Models. Zoe, yeah, Zoe Stark, JD. I think some of these some of these wrestlers are from NXT. So by all means, fact check me on here because I don't know some of these names. Zoe Stark, um, and JD McDonough. JD McDonough um, are, from what I believe, are from NXT, as well as Apollo Crews. He's coming back onto the main. Apollo Crews. He's coming back on the main roster, so that's going to be good. Natalia is also going to be going to Raw, as well as Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. Over on the SmackDown side, Top Dollar and Ashanti the Adonis Beef. And B-Fab from Hit Row, as well as Lacey Evans. And there was also some free agents. Free agents were also mentioned. There's actually three of them: Omos, Mustafa Ali, and Dolph Ziggler. Now these new rosters will take effect after Backlash on Saturday, May 6th, which is next Saturday. So, starting on Monday Night Raw, we're gonna see those new names. So who would I would like to see? So what are my predictions for the remainders? I'm thinking that we're going to see a split between the New Day. It's been hinted for a long time, and I think that we really need to see. I would like to see, Kofi, get, really get a, a singles push like he did before. I think it would be really cool. Maybe get back in the, main event role because I miss him. I kind of miss him as a main eventer. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Unless they want to, keep the tag, unless we keep the tag teams and they throw in, both Xavier Woods and Kofi into the tag team division because they need to push some new tag teams. And I would like to see the New Day become tag team champions again. I think that, it's long overdue. But nonetheless, whatever the case may be, we don't know what's going on with Randy Orton. Um, I think he's still shelved with his injury, so that's also up for debate right now as well too. So, um, if anything, I would probably like to see Randy Orton um, go to SmackDown. I think that would be nice to see. Because no offense to to Matt Riddle, I think Matt will be a lot will work a lot better as a solo, and just doing some singles matches. Um, and I really want to see Randy Orton back in the main event picture again. Whether I don't know if he's going to, if he'll ever be face or heel. I don't really care at this point. Um, Nonetheless, I would like to see that. As far as what they need to do with the tag team title division, with the tag team titles, since they're unified, personally, I think they should go back to doing Raw and SmackDown, having two tag team champions. Um, one for Raw and one for SmackDown. So, with that being said, who would go where? I would like to see. Would. I think the Usos would probably go over to. Uh, the Usos might go to Raw, and then having Sammy and Kevin Owens go to SmackDown. But the tag team champions, they need to drop the unification and just have uh, a tag team champion on each brand. Makes more sense that way. Um, Same thing with the women's tag team. I wouldn't say I wouldn't. The only thing is they need more of a push with the women's tag team division, and they have a tag team belt. There's a women's tag team belt. They're not really pushing it that well, in my opinion. So yeah, you know, um, I think that's the only belt that can stay uh, between brands, and I think that'll be really cool. Um, because I know that I think not Mandy Rose, but shit, who's the tag team? See, this is the problem. I don't know I forgot who the tag team champions were, because I know they won them from Becky Lynch and Lita after Trish turned heel. So yeah. So we shall see. We shall, we shall see. Um, I think we're going to see another NXT superstar um, make their way to uh, jumping over to the big brand, and I think Braun Breaker is that guy that's going to um, be drafted up to the main rosters. Question is, where would you put him if he is? And that's an easy one. Monday Night Raw. Um, I think it's time. I think it's time. As far as Omos goes, um, I would keep Omos on Raw. Mustafa Ali, I think bring him to NXT. And Dolph Ziggler, SmackDown. SmackDown. Um, where would um Bobby Lashley, I mean, not Bobby Lashley, but MVP, where would he go? I think MVP will stay on Raw if he's going to be, stay with, if he's going to be with Omos. Uh, Sorry about that, folks. Been a long day. I've been tired all day. It's like I literally woke up late this morning. It's like my breakfast turned into lunch. That's how late I woke up. But it was a good night's rest. I needed it so bad. What about Brock Lesnar? Simple. Keep him on Raw. Keep him on Raw. Especially when they got, when he's feuding with Cody Rhodes. Makes sense. Makes sense. Plus, also getting, he can get that world heavyweight championship. Yeah, keep him on Raw. Um, let's see who Sheamus. Sheamus, I think we should keep him on Raw. Not keep him on Raw, but bring him on SmackDown. And the bar can go to SmackDown. I mean, not go to Raw. Um, let's see. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, that is pretty much it as far as what I have for the list. So we will see on Monday on who's going to go where and everything. So the draft will be finished, and I'll probably post something on my Twitter page um immediately following after. So so yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting. See that. So anyways, um that is pretty much all the time I have for today. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And like I said, this is a relatively short episode. And yeah, and I'm actually getting tired. I'm sorry. So, but yeah, but nonetheless, I thank you all so much for tuning in this evening and allowing me to be in your allowing me to be in your homes this evening. Um, so, all right. So, be sure to follow me on Twitter at TomDog247. And if you liked any of the episode and if you missed any of tonight's episode, you can check it out as soon as you turn off the camera. Um, give the video a thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't. comment down below. What do you think of the draft? What do you think of the draft so far? And who would you want to see go where? Um, what do you, and plus also what do you think of the new WWE um, World Heavyweight Belt? Let us know in the comments section down below, and ring the bell to stay notified of what I'm going to be doing next. And if you want to, and you could be a world champion too by not only supporting the small, why am I doing that when I don't even have a graphic up for that? I gotta update that. I gotta update this. I don't know. I've been lazy with this logo and everything, but I kind of like it. It's a nice little reminiscent of the old WWE logo. That's why I did it. Um, but anyways, if you want, and you could be a world champion too by doing the most important thing that you could do for small streamers like myself, and it's one simple thing that you could do, and that is lay the smackdown on that subscribe button. We will see you. The next Wrestling Prime episode that you will see is at the last Saturday of May, where we'll have some updates and everything like that, and about some current events that are going on. Hopefully, I'll get some news within the AEW, so I can have some AEW news. I'd like to have that, and but as far as backlash and the draft, I'll think of something, and and that'll be fun. So yeah. Um, with that in mind, um, but next Thursday, this coming Thursday, I'll be back with another episode of Wrestling Prime. It's a very special episode because this Thursday is May 4th, and you know what that means? It's Star Wars. It's Star Wars Day, and we're going to be and we here are going to be celebrating it with style. So be in tune for that. But till next time, this is thank you all so much for tuning in, and until next time, for X Block, this is Tom Dog saying take care, so long, peace. Have a good night, everybody.